man has been alive in the water for 3 days. The skin on his body is just a slight tug. The skin on his body just fluttered away from his body. Even the skin on his back began to fall off in pieces. When he returned to shore, he began to vomit. The wife was so worried about the man. While cleaning the toilet, she took out a swab and collected her husband's blood. She put it in a jar and put it away. The next day, the wife put the blood under a microscope and found that the blood was undergoing some kind of mutation. And that afternoon, something happened. Both of the man's eyes were ruptured. He was bleeding profusely. The wife rushed her husband to the operating theater. When he was brought back, he had regained his sight, but the man's skin became even paler. Faced with a husband who was becoming a monster, the wife was devastated. She went to the professor in charge of human experimentation, demanded that he tell her the truth, but the professor sent his wife away with a vague answer. To find out what was going on, the wife took her husband's name tag. She used it to open a door deep inside the base. She sneaked into the professor's office after seeing the information on the desk. The wife was completely shocked. The file explained the crossbreeding experiments between humans and animals. The real purpose of the professor wasn't to strengthen the human body, as he said at the beginning. Rather, through human body modification experiments, forcibly interfering with the evolution of human beings, an enraged wife approached the professor again. She couldn't accept that her husband had been transformed into a monster. At this point, the professor had to tell the whole truth. It turns out that in order to allow humans to migrate to Titan, he injected each experimenter with a chemical substance. This substance was mixed with bad genes, can help the experimenters quickly adapt to the environment of Titan. But this technology is not yet mature. No one knows what the mutation will become. But what's more important now, if the man doesn't undergo the next surgery, they'll be dead within 72 hours. They don't have a choice. The men had to undergo the operation. The next day, all the subjects were wheeled into the operating theater. But as soon as the operation began, one of the subjects began to convulse like a madman. Within 10 seconds, he stopped breathing, and then one after the other, the subjects died. The man was lucky to have survived. But when the wife went to visit the man, she was so shocked by what she saw, she burst into tears. Her husband was no longer human.